Hey, we are at the end of the Pokegama Lake event. We were supposed to be on Ann. We had adverse ice conditions, so we made a move to Pokegama. I know a lot of teams appreciated that move because they had fished it before and it gave them a little bit of opportunity. We got the top 3 teams here. It was cold this morning. It was below 0. It's typical at least once a year in the UPL. You guys fought it. Look at their bibs. They definitely were out there getting it done. Pretty awesome. 3rd place, we got Augie and Brooks here. Go ahead, let them know how things went and how you caught your fish.
Yeah, I guess we started off, well, we were joking because we were all the way over here on the left in the blast off, and Brooks goes, Augie, you gotta get further to the left because Ben and Colby are on our ass here behind us. So we got all the way to the left because our spot was in no man's land. There was no one else there, and then these guys were there after us, and that's where we caught our nicer fish, our nicer crappies. Everything else, I would say, I don't know, 10 feet of water. We were sitting in 10 feet. Yeah. But it seemed like everyone else was kind of fishing that deeper 15 feet area, but we found them a little bit shallower, and it was good in the morning. And then our bluegills, Brooks, talk about that.
Didn't really pan out the way we wanted it to. We didn't really have time to do a lot of pre-fishing. We had to go back yesterday, didn't get a pre-fish Saturday at all, so kind of just chose a spot, went with it, and we picked up our bluegills, a lot of smaller ones though. We weren't too happy with our bluegills, so we could have worked on that a little bit better. That was about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Nice. Next time we go down into you guys' neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Everybody's smiling for that.
Yeah, we're ready for that one. See what happens.
Augie says you're all in big trouble. Okay, shots fired.
You gonna wake up for that one, bud?
That wasn't
That's
Brooks'
not me,
fault.
that's
That was
Brock.
Brock.
Oh, it was B-Rock.
I wasn't Hawaii.
That was.
We knew Brooks
Yeah.
was gonna be gone.
Hey, sorry,
Brock,
sorry,
I don't know
bud.
why.
That's what
I called Brock at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, Brock, you coming? He goes, my alarm didn't go off. He's up in Motley with Murray.
Yep, that ain't happening.
Yeah, no, I was.
All right. Well, I apologize for all the things I said about
guys.
you.
Nice job today. Drive safe.
Thanks, guys.
Second place,
Good job, boys.
Brennan and Andy. You guys grinded it out. You got some pretty sick machines. I got to see yours finally tricked out.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Was it fun today?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let them know how it worked.
So this lake's mostly just break line fishing, so that we just roam those break lines, moving up and down them, and seeking out those pods of bigger fish, and then just marking that out. So I think we fished about 6 different spots today.
Yeah.
Just jumping around trying to upgrade fish and find those bigger spots.
Yeah, it came down to narrowing down just where those bigger fish were. If they're, intermingled with those different schools and stuff, and the bluegills. I mean, we struggle with gills.
Yeah.
Yes.
One play today.
Yeah, we had 3 spots yesterday that we felt really good about, and then today showed up, and only one of them is actually what our plan C.
Yeah.
That actually worked out where we actually caught our keeper gills and had 2 decent ones. But yeah, no, the crappies we just kind of upgraded and here and there, and I mean, just sorting through fish. That's all what it turned out to be.
Sounds like a lot of fish were caught today.
A
A
lot of
handful of
fish.
teams I talked to said they caught a pile of fish.
Everywhere you looked at on a map, it was like, okay, pick a spot, go look, there's fish there.
That's awesome.
There's fish everywhere. It's just narrowing down the bite.
Yeah. And as Augie and Brooks touched on, the bigger fish tend to be a little shallower than a lot of people, and they're also super sensitive to noise, so being on the inside, on the shallower side, and letting teams push them into you helps.
Yeah.
That's good strategy.
Yeah.
Things people don't think about. Yeah. Well, congratulations, guys. Nice job.
Yeah.
Second place. Good job. We'll see you down at French.
Sounds good.
Yeah. These dudes seem to. You guys have any room left
Hey,
on your
my
wall?
hand's cold. Can we just replay last time?
Yeah, I mean, and no room left on the wall. Ben and Colby, get it done here. I say it every time, and it always shocks me. And I think someone needs to study how these top teams, especially you guys, do, because most of these lakes you haven't been on, they're not even close to your backyard. And you just find ways to catch fish. I had a good talk with Jimmy Bell the other day, who runs this Dune Angler Tournament Trail. The guy has won a lot of national tournaments in the world. And he says what makes a good angler, and I think this is both of you. He goes, good anglers and great anglers. The big difference is great anglers know how to find fish. 100%. Yeah. A lot of anglers can catch fish. Great anglers know how to find fish. You guys always find fish. Let them know how it went today. Nice job.
We started on our crappies in the morning, off kind of a point, and things went good there. And then we went looking for our bluegills, and it was a little tougher.
That was a lot more of a grind than I anticipated it would be.
Yep.
We thought, well, we'll stick an hour into bluegills, we'll be all right.
Yep.
It didn't quite pan out that way.
Yep.
No, we had to work a lot harder than we thought.
Ben pre-fished an area yesterday and caught probably 3. 9.5. And
It was easy to get good fish. I mean,
Yep.
I didn't even fish it that long, and I had good fish.
We
Going
didn't-
there today.
We might have had a dozen or 15 to pick from.
What do you think's changed today? Just not the amount of people. There's just more pressure.
Yeah, but it wasn't drilled on that hard where we went. I mean, we kind of everywhere we fished today was away from people. So we rolled in the spot that we thought we pretty much had to ourselves, and sure enough, Brooks and Augie and Brooks were in there. But otherwise, yeah, it wasn't bad there. And then we went south of everybody for bluegills. We never really had to deal with many people.
And that spot over there actually played in our last time here.
There just wasn't as many fish.
There wasn't as many fish, but they were the right ones.
They were the right ones.
Yep.
So the first place I pre-fished, first place I drilled holes, literally.
The first
And you
time.
like what you saw.
100%. It's one of the last ones. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went and sampled a couple, and yep.
Yeah, there's spots on this lake, because I fished it in the boat a bunch, that don't get touched in the wintertime, and I'm always curious if there's fish on them. And I don't even check them in the wintertime, but there's a bunch of random things all over the place that hold some fish, I
You probably
think.
know there's a rock pile over there.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah,
We caught 3 out there.
good ones.
Good ones. Yeah.
There you go. These guys are finding good stuff.
But it's a lot of this. We look at the guys pre-fishing here, and when you're watching, everybody's fishing off memory. But the first time we were ever here, we covered like a few 17s north of the island. Usually there's a lot, to be had. So, just we covered the whole lake. The first, or not really the whole lake, but key features and stuff like that. That point really sticks out when you look at a map. But when you look at tournament history on this lake, it has never played a whole lot. So if you highlight areas on the map that have played in past tournaments, that's where you see a lot of the teams going back to, and you can tell they want it to work, but it's just not the spot.
As we fished through, we sampled through them areas.
Yep.
We
Yep.
ground all through them.
That's
These ain't the real ones.
yep, exactly.
Abstract thinking.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you guys got something special going on. Seriously, keep it up. So, nice job. Anything else you want to say? A little closer to home next time?
Yeah.
We're going to be south of the cities.
Yep.
Yeah.
That helps.
I know you'll probably appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
My wife will appreciate it. His future wife will appreciate it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice job. And I found out I know your cousin,
Keith.
Keith
Yep.
McCormick. I know you watch a lot of this stuff. Keith was one of our friends down in Iowa. He guides on Clear Lake with the yellow bass.
Yep.
You guys are kind of cut from the same jib. That dude is one of the hardest working anglers I've ever met.
Yep.
He wore me out hard fishing yellow bass for 2 days, I'll tell you what.
He got me into it. He got me hooked in high school. The NAIFC started on Okoboji, and he texted me one weekend, and he asked me, he was like, "Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "Well, not really, but sure, I'll join in." And, yeah, he's a hard worker.
Yeah. And you guys won Okoboji too last week.
Yep.
2 weeks ago.
We won day 2.
We won
And
day
total
2.
bag.
Yep. And total bag. Yep. So, no.
Well, congratulations,
Thanks,
guys,
man.
once again.
Yep.
We will see you guys in a few weeks. Safe travels back home,
Yep.
and job well done.
Thank you.
There you go, top 3 teams from Lake Pokegama here, 2023 UPL.